1,000 pardons, but the battle reeve requires your prompt appearance at the Proxy Queen's court.
Even the...
That was fantastic. In summer...
My time is short. It's a travesty that these...
What do you need? Quickly now, I haven't got all day.
Summon Tidrak to end this! You accomplished nothing, mortal worm.
The Marmer would have destroyed the
Did you hear
Malabar
that
torn
weeping
mainland
again?
with their swarms of
Oh, I've had enough of this place. A traveler. Don't see many wanderers out here near the Acropolis. Best give it a wide berth. There's a curse on this place. I didn't believe it at first, but once you hear that ghostly shriek, it'll make you a believer. Trust me. Ah, I see it. That look in your eye. You mean to go in there and break the curse of the Direni Acropolis, don't you? Ah, you newcomers are an ambitious lot, I'll give you that. There's a ghost in there called Loriel. She's the root of it. Some folk say she was an innocent girl, buried alive by an evil sister. Others say she was a necromancer, put to the sword. Who knows? If you manage to run her off, you'll be doing all of Somerset a favor. Just don't expect us to go in after you. So, you're really going to look into this, yes? Ifra's bones if you adventurers aren't a peculiar bunch. I've got no orders to keep you out. Not many grave robbers dumb enough to loot this place. No offense. Anyway, it's been nice knowing you.
The seal, the key. Take them. We must keep her locked away. Do not let her escape.
A keeper? No. No, an intruder. Did you not hear the shrieks? The groaning admonitions? This is a cruel and sour place, outsider. Your beating heart mocks the dead. Who am I? I was called L'Oreal, but in truth I am sorrow given voice, agony given form. A prisoner confined to this cold, dead Acropolis for all time. You were brave to come here, but are you brave enough to seek the truth of this place? I haven't the heart to speak it aloud. I can only bear the pain through song. Even now, all these long centuries later, the taste of betrayal still fills my mouth. My soul is bound to the catacombs, sealed away in a vault of stone deep below. You carried the Keeper's golden seal. There is another, a crimson seal. It is close. I sense its presence, like a whispered accusation. Follow my voice. Find the crimson seal and place it here beside its golden brother. They will clear the path. My jailers, sons and daughters of the Dureni, sworn to keep me imprisoned here. I no longer sense their presence. That gives me some small relief, at least. Did you not hear me? The sorrow robs me of my breath. I can only bear to tell you in song. I am sorry. Hear ye my tale of sisters two, bound by love and joy. The elder set sail, but the younger remained, alone with her tomes and her heartache.
Can I help you?
At length the caller came to the gates of the Direni, a fellow traveler on sorrow's road, with dark wisdom on his lips.
Behold, the Crimson Keeper! Keep to the oath, Seal-bearer. Do not believe her lies. She is not what she seems. Don't listen. Her words are poison.
Her heart is twisted. She deserves this fate. All her heart's door closed and locked, the sisters' power grew. Her gold eyes fixed on graves and tombs, the necromancer's muse. At length the eldest did return, flush with arcane might. She found her sisters, undead thralls, and wept long at the sight, knowing death could not contain her sister's newfound power.
Look at what her power wrought.
You found me. At last. Do you see what they did to me? What they are all still doing? Is a young girl's curiosity worthy of this torment? I only wish to pass on, to be free of this place. Please, help me. You see my prison now. This circle of braziers. The Keepers would have you relight these fires to whip me back into silence. But I beg you, take up the Keeper's flame and burn my corpse. Without my body, the Dureni's cruel magics cannot bind me. I would return to that coffin. I would go back to screaming in silent horror, gazing up at the ancient scratches on the coffin lid where I tore my fingernails to pieces trying to get out. Forever. Or until some other kind soul burned my corpse prison. You followed me and listened to my tale. I know you will do what is right. The Keepers marked my body with runes of restraint before they locked me in the tomb. After I expired, my soul tried to escape. But even now, centuries later, I am tethered to that husk. If you burn away my body, you also burn these runes. Would you ask a caged meadowlark what it would do? It would fly free, feel the sun on its wings, and sing its forgotten songs. It would find the joy that it had long been denied. Revenge upon whom? The elves that locked me away are long dead. Dead and gone. Only their tombs remain. Their tombs and their descendants. It's as I said in my song. My sister and I were inseparable. Different sides of a single coin, my uncle used to say. Eventually, she set out to study with the Magisters on the Isle of Balfiera. I was left here, alone. I struggled with my craft, falling further and further behind. Eventually, I found a mentor. A black-clad sorcerer who taught me the dark arts. Necromancy. I took to it like a sparrow to the wind. Eventually, my power rivaled that of my sister. Yes. She found my mentor and I weaving spells over the corpses of our ancestors. She struck my mentor dead with a killing word, then wrapped me in searing chains. My sister wept when our kin rendered the sentence. No. She carried out the sentence herself. Her face was the last thing I saw before they closed the lid. The Dureni feared what I would become if they executed me outright. So they constructed this arcane prison, this torture chamber. She did what she was expected to do. I have nothing more to say. We arrive at the moment of choice. Please, use the Keeper's flame on my remains and set me free. Yes! Finally! I feel the chain slipping from my shoulders. My spirit is free! Free to go wherever I wish. Oh, you have done quite a deed. Your kindness will not be forgotten. Oh, squandered. I'm sure you have many questions. I'm sorry I cannot stay to answer them. I have much to do. So much to do. Farewell.
Ah, you're back. Sorry if I seem surprised. Honestly, I wrote you off as dead the minute you walked through those gates. No offense. Brought something for me, eh? A key with the Dureni seal. What exactly did you find in there? Look, I don't know how you do things, wherever it is you come from, but here on Somerset we try not to set evil spirits loose. At least the weather cleared a bit. Here, I'll pay you for that key and we'll pretend this never happened. Fair?
Where is it going?
What was that? North, looks like. Out to sea. Towards Balfiera.
Strange.
Making a
Join up. See all of Somerset. Never pictured all of Somerset being some bleak, haunted ruin. By Auriel, I can't wait to be reassigned.
Anything I can do?
Wouldn't want such a cozy little home.
The guild requests your help. Please, I need to speak to you immediately.
Seeking a sip of fine Russell, headed to the famed Russefeld. Indeed. Headed to the famed Russefeld winery, traveler. Well then, it seems I'm not the only one who'll be disappointed today. Old Halimorian's been offed by those wood elves. Won't be any wine tastings for a while, I'd wager. Just what I heard from one of the bailiffs. Apparently, some daffy Bosmer called the Ghost of the Green did it, but no one knows for sure. The investigation's hit a snag. Something about the rule of three. Superstitious nonsense, if you ask me. Indeed. Until they find a suitable third investigator, the Juris Reeves and Revelators are left to sit on their hands. Nonsense. Why not go lend them a hand? They'll likely just tell you to go jump into the sea, but it can't hurt to ask.
An examiner's quorum needs 3 members. You both know this.
Not this again.
It's not just
And just like that, Oriel provides. Greetings, Caraval. I am Chief Juris Reeve Tarnamir of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the long ago. I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us. As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés, Lorne and Soraville, came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh eyes. Yours, I believe. You would take on the duties of the Adminan, the listening eye. An auspicious role. The Adminan serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects and the like. What do you say? I thank the Divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Halimorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing. But the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different. Better to ask Lorne about it. Capturing the ghost was her obsession for a time. The fact that he's returned does not sit well with her. I can say no more. I don't want to prejudice your impressions. The Adminan should bring a fresh perspective. They're the most gifted investigators I've ever trained. Soraville has keen eyes and solid instincts when it comes to reading people. Good at finding pressure points, you know. As for Lorne, she has a mind like a dwarven puzzle box. For Lorne, logic is an art. She's clinical in her sensibilities, precise. Many of us have come to rely on magical inquiry to solve crimes. She relies on her wits and intuition instead. Of course, this case presents unique challenges. Lorne and Soraville drifted apart shortly after they caught the original Ghost of the Green. It's a complicated matter, not my story to tell. Suffice it to say, this case cuts deep, and Lorne seems distracted. I hope you can help her keep her wits. As I said, was the Chief Inquisitor for the Divine Prosecution's Hindelatus wing. The division charged with solving doctrinal crimes. Forgive me, it's a mouthful for newcomers, I know. I retired here to Russefeld a few decades ago. Well, I own the land, so in some ways I have even greater authority than I did as Chief Inquisitor. I still enjoy a bit of clout, too. Real leadership doesn't rely on titles, Kerim. Not a popular opinion here in Somerset, but true nonetheless. Ha! Fair, I suppose. I may be retired, but I've spent the better part of 3 centuries examining crime scenes and interrogating criminals. When it comes to reading people, I am more than proficient. Let me guess. Thieves' Guild? Or is it Dark Brotherhood? I won't pretend that bringing a criminal into this business sets my heart at ease, but you're no common hood. You're a professional. Who better to investigate a crime than a criminal?
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best adminins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More essential than usual. It's a long and depressing story. One I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Halimorian took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green. A killer that Soraville and I apprehended decades ago. The Ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy, and the arrow is of high elven make. It's odd. I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. They'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
You have your instructions, yes? I can't imagine any of them involve talking to me. There was a time when I could tell you practically everything. We worked together for years, but, well, not every partnership is eternal. Just know that she's brilliant. The most proficient investigator in Somerset, truth be told. I am a Revelator Naganwe, a Death Seer. I use magic to solve murders. It's one of the essential roles in an investigative quorum. Of course, magic often falls short. When my fellow Revelators and I can't conjure up a suspect, we turn to Lorne. She prefers wit to mysticism. All High Elves possess near-perfect memory, but Lorne puts us all to shame. She can recall tiny details in an instant and finds patterns even quicker. It's too bad, if you ask me. We all have things we'd rather forget.
It really is too bad about Halimorian. I told him he shouldn't be so free with his politics. It's a different climate now, after all. You have to watch what you say around people. On the upside, it's good to be rid of a rival vintner. Oh, darling, you're a bit late to the party if that's why you're here. I already submitted my statement to the Revelators, and my alibi is thrice confirmed. To be honest, the only reason I'm still here is to find one of my servant girls. Yes, a charming young wood elf named Farrell. I only recently brought her on. She used to work for the late Halimorian, but there was some kind of incident. I don't know the details. According to my other servant girl, she often came back here to visit the friends she left behind. She'd attend Bosmer suppers, midday revels in the grape fields, that sort of thing. I encourage my girls to take time for themselves, within reason. Aren't you a cherry blossom? That would be lovely. Take care, Karim.
Another body. Delightful.
Oh dear. Blood on her hands and blouse. But no slashing wounds. This doesn't fit the pattern. The ghost always kills with a bow. This was spur of the moment. Unexpected. Maybe she fought back.
Why do you insist on puzzling these things over like an femme? You know the death memory ritual. It's a simple...
Enough, Soraville. You know that's forbidden. Admonin, look around and see if you can find the source of this blood. You found something? So did I. It looks like Fariel was strangled, not stabbed. This blood must be the attacker's. A sickle? Blood on the blade. She must have used it to defend herself. Then the attacker hid it. This blood could be the key. I intend to, yes. I'm a fair hand at alchemy. You'd be surprised how useful it can be in my line of work. I've caught more killers with flasks and alembics than I have with any sword. My husband used to say Sorry. I suppose it's past time I told you. The ghost murdered 17 people before we caught him. His last victim was my husband. Soraville's wife committed suicide when she heard the news. They were having an affair, you see. It was a difficult time. It's fine, I just... Now you see why we needed a neutral party. Enough. Let's get back on task. I'd like you to search Halimorian's villa. It's just southwest of here. He was unpopular. If we can find out why, we might be able to establish motive. Sorry. From what I hear, the accusations are almost certainly true. So, Halamorian was making unwanted advances. Of course. The original Ghost murder spree started with a high elf farmer who took liberties with his Bosmer laborers. We never published the details of that investigation. It can't be a coincidence. This new ghost must be someone in the know. Someone close. None that I'm keen to share, not yet anyway. For now, let's go with what we know. The Wood Elves have motive. Soraville went down to the cottage east of here to look around. Meet him there, and see if you can shake anything loose. I have to think.
I assure you, Chief, it would bring me no joy to unleash our revelators on your new home, but I'll have to.
Fine. But just one of you, your partner. Do your work, then leave us in peace.
One, then. I'll be sure to report your compliance to the Divine Prosecution. I assure you, Chief, it would bring me no joy to unleash our revel...
Who are you? Are you with the Divine Prosecution? My husband warned me you might come poking round. Halamorian hated us. He abused our children and tried to drive us off. Of course the High Elves would suspect us. And our son Kellan, he... Never mind. Please, just go. We don't want any trouble. We just want to live here in peace. Who are you? Halamorian hated us. He abused our children and... You really just want to keep him safe? Well, I'm not supposed to say this, but Kellan has been going on about the Ghost of the Green for weeks now. You know boys and their masked heroes. I didn't think there was any harm in it. But now... No, of course not. He's a good boy. I only mean that it could look suspicious because of his interest in those old legends. Besides, didn't the Ghost of the Green run around in a mad hunter's costume? Where would my son get something like that? Yes, I'm sure. Look, you're free to look around. Just try to... We're simple men, we don't have much. Halamorian may have been a cruel bigot, but none of us would ever murder him for it, I swear.
Let's see how minor the
You
gods
think it's
consider
harmless. This one has no
Oscar.
choice but to report you to the guard.
Was the crime even worth the effort?
Bosmer cuisine is truly revolting. I bought us as much time as I could. I hope you found something useful. A shrine? There's an old shrine to Ifre west of here, the Red Temple. But from what Tarnamir told me, people rarely visit. Filled with wild animals or some such. I only know of one entrance, a cave nearby. Follow me. We should split up. Don't want this little scamp slipping out behind us. I can handle this gap easily. You search the other hall.
No, wait! I did everything you asked! I just can't anymore! I'm not a killer! I only wanted to protect Faril!
We could have worked such terrible wonders together. Pathetic. You, though, you're perfect. Tell Lorne her past is hunting her present. Yes, tell her that.
What's happening? Am I... The ghost recruited me. Said he needed me. He gave me the costume. Told me to kill as he would. Alamorian hated us. Was going to kill us. I know it. After what he did to Faril. Faril is dead. Oh, Divines. You've cursed me, haven't you? I only shot Alamorian, I swear it. Faril was so kind. I wanted Alamorian to pay. I thought the Ghost of the Green was a hero. I wanted people to see me that way. Never saw his face. He never said his name. I didn't need to know. I'd read the stories. I believed in him and he saw something in me. I never
Mother, I'm sorry.
I was too slow. Damned Mer slipped right past me. Tall for a wood elf, and quick as a spooked hare. So, it really is the chief's son. Wait, what? What do you mean, another ghost of the Green? The journal you showed me... Did Kellan kill Halamorian or not? What about the Wood Elf girl, Fariel? Did he kill her too? Yes. Show her the arrow immediately. Perhaps she can compare Kellan's blood to the blood on Fariel's sickle. At the very least, we'll be able to determine if Kellan killed Fariel. I'll be along as soon as I'm able.
This is taking forever.
You're back, and not a moment too soon. Do you have something for me? A second ghost. I suspected as much. And he killed this Kellan with that arrow.
I do not suppose you predicted this, but now is the moment when you surrender, and perhaps we should start a tab for you.
You're back, and not a moment too soon. Do you have something for me? A second ghost. I suspected as much. And he killed this Kellan with that arrow. Another High Elf hunting arrow, like the one that killed Halamorian. Kellan had motive. This second ghost provided the costume, the weaponry. But why? So, this isn't about Halamorian. It isn't about the Wood Elves or Altmer prejudiced. It's about me. It's always been about me. I knew it. I knew this was too convenient. I also knew the Mer who killed Faril couldn't be this Kellan. I just finished experimenting on the blood from Faril's sickle. It was Altmer blood. This second ghost isn't some wood elf zealot. He's a high elf like me. I moved the bodies to Tarnamir's manor. We should... maybe we missed something. What? This place has been... What happened here? No, no, no! You found something? This is a message. Everything in this room. Elevane is another name for the Helis Owl. Elevanes lay their eggs, then abandon them. We use that word to describe people who are cold-hearted or aloof. And then there's the bodies. Arranged to mimic Mara's cross. This is about love. Intimacy. Or more likely, someone I failed to love. There's only one suspect left. A Mer with means, motive, and deep understanding of the Ghost of the Green. No, it can't be. The Ghost of the Green ruined Soravil's life, just as he ruined mine. If not for the ghost, Soravil's wife would likely still be alive. I have to know. I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Auriel, forgive me. Stand back, and I'll show you. You already saw how Kellan died. Now, we'll see the others.
What's this? A tiny ghost of a queen? Ha! Run along, well, before... What have I done?
Kellan definitely killed Halamorian. Now, Faril.
Who are you? I'm afraid you've seen too much. You poor thing.
Soravil was observing Kellan when Faril saw him. She slashed him with her sickle before he overpowered her.
So it is you. Shame on you.
The shame is Lorne's old Myr. Now she'll have your death on her conscience too.
No, Soravil. This is you and you alone.
Give my regards to my loving wife and Lorne's degenerate husband. Lorne? I know you're watching, Lorne. Now that I've broken your spirit and you've broken your vow, come to the place where my wife is buried. There, I will break your body.
How could he blame me for this? Is it not enough that I lost my husband? Damn him! His wife was buried here. This is where we'll find him. You're sticking by my side. Even after I used that death memory ritual. I appreciate that, Admonin. Truly. I suppose I owe you a bit of an explanation. I told you how the Ghost of the Green killed my husband. Soravil's wife, my husband's lover, was overcome with grief. I think she truly loved him. As soon as she heard the news, she climbed into the wash tub, opened her wrist, and died. Not for that, for what came after. Soravil wanted us to mend each other's wounds. Perhaps even fall in love and make a life together. I just couldn't. I focused on the work and pushed him away. He grew detached, bitter. Now I need to stop him. Come, let's put an end to this. Soravil, I know you're here. What do you want from me?
Oh, Lorne, I've already taken so much. Your teacher, your honor, your pride. There's only one thing left for me to take.
The Ghost of the Green's final victim. Time to die, Admanen.
Soroville, I will be.
One more thing.
I just need a moment here alone. Ironic that this came to a head in such a holy place. Maybe I can find some absolution here. Or at least some small measure of peace. He did. Perhaps I deserved it. But all those people, an innocent girl, a naive young mer, a dear friend. They paid the price, while I still live. I don't know if I'll ever make peace with that. You're right, I suppose. I just wish I had been better. A better Juris Reeve, a better wife, a better friend. Maybe I could have prevented all this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will try to take them to heart. You have my word.
He's my son. I deserve to know what's going on.
I don't.
You.
I am sorry.
I remember you.
Prosecution is still examining his body.
Please.
We will release his
You
remains
have to
as
tell me
soon
what's
as we
going
can.
on. My son never came home. And now they tell me he's... They won't even let me see him. What happened to my boy? If for his mercy. How could you? Why didn't you save him? Damn this place. Damn the prosecution. Here, take this thing. I found it under Kellon's bed. I never want to see it again. I never want to see you again. God's help me.
A hard thing to witness. There are rarely any happy endings in this line of work. You just have to remember that things would be much worse had you not been here. That matters.
So much to do, so little time.
You there. You're a welcome sight, my friend. I could use some help to free these people. A dark entity called Katora set a trap for a group of adventurers. It locked them in their own minds. I've established a mental link with the group, but I can't maintain it and also perform the tasks necessary to set them free. I need your help. Let me attune you to my spell. There. Now we're connected through my mental link. Find the 3 adventurers, Kanar, Grog, and Maria. When you examine them, the spell should take you into their individual mind traps. I can direct you from there. Kanar should be our first priority, though don't tell him I said that. We approach magecraft differently, but he's an accomplished practitioner of the art. He can assist us in rescuing the others, so find him and free him first. Deeper inside the ruins. Just watch out for the Yagra creatures. I've never seen them before, but they appear to come from the sea. Also, if you encounter any of the mind-trapped High Elves, there's nothing we can do for them. They're too far gone. Kynar and the others will appear to be in a deep sleep. When you get close enough, the spell I'm maintaining should transport you into their individual mind traps. Be careful in there. Thoughts and memories become real inside a mindscape. This kind of magic is insidious. It takes control of the target's mind, as it did with the High Elves. We need to free the adventurers before it takes them too. Now get to it. The link requires a lot of energy, and I can't hold it forever. Kynar should be our first priority, though don't tell him I said that. We approach magecraft differently, but he's an accomplished practitioner of the art. He can assist us in rescuing the others, so find him and free him first. Deeper inside the ruins. Just watch out for the Yagra creatures. I've never seen them before, but they appear to come from the sea. Also, if you encounter any of the mind-trapped High Elves, there's nothing we can do for them. They're too far gone. Kynar and the others will appear to be in a deep sleep. When you get close enough, the spell I'm maintaining should transport you into their individual mind traps. Be careful in there. Thoughts and memories become real inside a mindscape. Hard to say. Each one is formed from an individual's personal memories. Plus, you'll notice Katora's dark influence, which will only grow more prominent as the mind trap snaps shut. I should be able to contact you through the link I've established. This kind of magic is insidious. It takes control of the target's mind, as it did with the High Elves. We need to free the adventurers before it takes them too. Now get to it. The link requires a lot of energy, and I can't hold it forever. Good. The link is working perfectly. There's Kynar. You need to convince him that this is all an illusion.
The magic that went into creating this mind trap is truly remarkable. An opportunity to learn something new comes along so rarely in the realm of arcane academia. But where are my manners? What part of my memories brought you into existence? Rescue? Why in the world would I need to be rescued? I'm perfectly fine. In fact, I'm learning a great deal about mind magic and the manipulation of the mindscape. Come to think of it, I could use a bit of help in that regard. I've come to the conclusion that this mental magic operates much like a disease that attacks the mind. To prove my theory, I want you to collect samples of the invading spell particles. Do that, and I'll happily follow you back to the waking world. I'll continue to review these fascinating tomes while you collect samples of the mind magic particles. Between the two, ultimate understanding is within our grasp. Nothing important gets accomplished without some risk. I have studied many different forms of arcana in my day. To study something so alien and new, that's worth braving a mind trap as far as I'm concerned. A Psijic? Me? By the stars, no. Oriandra and I met while she was conducting some bit of research or another. We've maintained a civil correspondence ever since, despite the way she looks down upon the Mages Guild. Now get me some spell particles. Look for clouds of strange glowing particles. I gather them myself, but I just can't put these books down. Not only are they riveting, I'm sure they hold the key to understanding the mind magic. What? What does it matter? They're books full of information and knowledge waiting to be absorbed. Enough of this. Give me those spell particles. Nothing important gets accomplished without some risk. I have studied many different forms of arcana in my day.
Kynar, listen to me.
Oriandra? Why are you in my...
There's no time for research. You need to get out of there.
And you need to ask permission before interrupting someone's thought.
The mage is caught in my mind trap, worm. Nothing you do
Just
will
hurry
change
before the
that.
mind trap snaps shut. Well done. Now return to Kynar and convince him to wake up.
These are perfect. Exactly what I needed. Now I can use these to... Of course! Stand back! With these particles, I can finally understand the meaning of these magnificent tomes! How dare you speak to me like that? I have a good mind to turn you into... a good mind. My apologies. I almost allowed this trap to drown me in my own thoughts. You're right. Let's return to the waking world. Thank you. I'll see myself to safety. You need to rescue the others.
Grog is close. Strange. I don't sense Katora's dark power, though.
I think he resisted the mind trap on his own, but he's still unconscious.
Wake him up, please.
Hey! That wasn't just water.
No matter. It worked, didn't it?
They wonder why I drink so much.
Focus, Grog. Make your way back to Kynar and me.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I've got Grog. You go find Maria.
There's Maria. Be careful in there. I sense her mind trap is nearly complete.
Remember to keep your cowl low, Maria. Stay out of trouble. Be invisible. Survive. I will, Mama. Mama!
Maria's losing herself. Find items she holds dear and help her remember.
I offer you a place with us. A home, a family, if you promise to serve.
I promise, Speaker. Show me the way.
These memories represent turning points in Maria's life. The choices that made her who she is. Help
You
her
found your
remember.
way back, Maria. You are an excellent student, and your mother would be proud of the person you've become.
Stay back. Stay back. I can't remember who I am, or what happened to me. These items, I remember them. Each one represents a person who influenced me, a decision I made. I think I still have so many things left to do. I feel like I'm swimming toward the surface of a still lake, like I'm emerging from a dark cave. This place, it isn't real. I am Maria of the Redeemed Blade. I demand to be released from this illusion. That was disorienting.
Kynar, bring Maria here, please.
If you insist. I'm not fully recovered yet, though, so this is probably my last spell for a while.
Just do it. Our friend can return on...
Oriandra!
Katora's mind trap. I set it off.
What's wrong with her?
I think she's caught in a mind trap.
I guess I'll need to cast another spell after all. There! I've re-established the mind link. Now go save Oriandra!
Listen closely. I've maintained our link, but just barely. I used the link to anchor part of myself to you. When the mind trap sends my darker aspects against you, kill them.
My mind, it's coming apart!
That will destroy the mind trap and set me free. Trust me, it's the only way.
My darkest aspects! You need to destroy them! Such anger! Such hatred!
I'm free. Use Kynar's link, and I'll see you in the waking world.
Oriandra, she's awake!
That's it. No
That
more
was
mind magic.
totally exhausting. Thank you for trusting me, and for helping me break Katora's mind traps. I couldn't have done it without you. This particular danger has passed, but I will alert my colleagues in the Psijic Order to be on their guard. I suggest that you and these others remain vigilant as well. In the meantime, take this as a token of my appreciation.
1,000 gratitudes for aiding us.
What about the mine traps? There might be more still out there.
Sounds like a task we could dig our teeth into, my friends.
Indeed. I prefer to be the hunter instead of the prey.
The Maormer would have destroyed the Malaval Tor mainland with their storms if it weren't for you.
So, standing around is a crime in Somerset?
Yes, we even have a word for it. Loitering. I suggest you learn it.
Well, drive it off.
historisches Fach.